know it's been a while since I've been on this channel. The semester kind of just got crazy, but it is December 30th and it is 5 p.m. and I'm back. I'm filming, and that's progress. For this video, I just wanted to kind of do a year in review because this year's been kind of insane from January 1st until right now. Everything that's gone on, there's just been a lot. So I have a list on my computer. I'm just going to kind of go through it. This video is going to be long, but I'm going to try and go fast. So in January, I started off the year in Vegas for New Year's, and it was like to celebrate my 21st birthday. It was awesome. And I got on January 1st, I got a new tattoo with my mom that I'll post a picture of, and I got a new piercing. I got my daith pierced, which I don't know if you can see it, but it's that little guy right there. Which was really fun. And then because we were in Vegas, if you've heard of like Bad Owl Coffee, the like Harry Potter themed coffee place, I made my mom take me. It was actually really cool. It was a really cool place. If you're ever in Vegas, go. And then at the end of January, I did something I never thought I would do, and I got baptized because I had started going to church in October of 2017. And I got baptized in January. So that's January. And then in February, so at the end of January, I started my second semester of my junior year at UNR, and then in February I found out I was graduating on time instead of late. I thought I was graduating late, so that was kind of like, holy crap. I started watching The Office finally. I jumped on that. And then I took my second little for my fraternity for SAI, and her name is Mariah, and I love her to death. She's awesome. And then in March, I got my Harry Potter tattoo, which is probably my favorite, and it hurt really bad. We did spring break, and I got to tour with the Wind Ensemble for the second time, which was really cool. And then because of that tour, I got to go back to San Francisco, which I love. I got to drive across the Golden Gate Bridge, which was really cool. And then I had my last contemporary music ensemble concert, which was really sad because it was with one of my favorite professors, and him and his wife announced that month that they were leaving the university in May. Which was really sad, but I'm also really happy for them, and they're great. And not the director of contemporary music ensemble, but his wife just wrote me letters of recommendation for grad school, so that was cool. And then in April for SAI, I was elected vice president membership, which was a position that I'd wanted to have since like my first semester, so that was really exciting. It was kind of crazy. I ran unopposed, but I still was terrified. I didn't think I was gonna get it, but I did, and it was really cool, and it's been a really fun experience so far. I finished watching The Office, finally. I really like it. I'm probably going to watch it again, but I like Parks and Rec better. Oops. I saw All Time Low for the first time. They were in town. I saw them on 420 with one of my really good friends, Maddie. And then with Maddie, a couple days later, we went to Tahoe and sat on the beach in the rain. Got really, really, really cold. I just took a bunch of pictures, and it was really fun. And then Mariah, again, I got to initiate her, and I was actually in initiation for the first time, which was really fun. And then April got really hard. The end of April and the beginning of May sucked. They were the worst days of my entire life. But I did it, and I made it, and I'm here to talk about it, so that's good. And then in May, we did spring retreat for SAI, and my little didn't get to come, but it was still really exciting. Because the past VPM, we went together, like we drove up together and everything, so it was kind of cool just to get to like have one last hurrah with her before she went on to grad school, and then I took over her position. The retreat was in Tahoe, so to like redeem from all of the craziness that had been happening with like finals and everything, I jumped into Tahoe with 3 of my sisters, and it was so cold outside. I think it was like maybe in the 30s outside, and we all jumped into the lake. It was insane, and I have little scars all over the backs of my legs from sliding off the dock, but it was worth it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go!
I survived my junior year. I passed all my finals and everything. I went to a grad school workshop, which was really cool. It kind of really like got me thinking more about grad school because I had figured out that I was graduating early. I was really far behind on like applications and everything else, so that was a nice way to kind of get the fire going. And then at the end of May, my mom and I went to LA and back in 2 days, and from where we are, that's like a 9-hour drive, so we did it all in 2 days. It was kind of insane, but it was really fun. And then in June, I ended up in Tahoe twice in the month of June, which was great. I started counting down to graduation because I'm graduating on May 16th. I met my aunt's puppy before he was bigger than me, when he was like a newborn. He was super tiny. Now he's like this huge German Shepherd. Celebrated Daphne's first gotcha day because we got her on June like 16th, I think. I don't remember. But we got her in June. And then I went to Warped Tour. It was my first and my last Warped Tour. And it was freaking awesome. It was a really last minute decision. And I told my friend that I was going. Like, we figured out the money. And then I just got in her car and we went for 3 days. And it was incredible. It was such a great trip. And that was when I got to see All Time Low a second time. In July, I went to a baseball game with my best friend Zachary, and I hadn't been to an Aces is like our team, and I hadn't gotten to go to a game in like 2 years, I think. So getting to go with him was actually really fun. I joined this channel in July. I joined this channel in July. I thought I joined in June. I joined this channel in July. I saw Harry Styles in July. I got to go to Santa Cruz a couple days. We went to Santa Cruz and like spent a whole day on the boardwalk. Maybe it was only 2. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It was really fun. I met his parents and everything, and it was great. And then I went to LA for a few days for a convention with my mom, which I posted a whole like vlog about that whole trip. Got to go to Disneyland, which was only the second time I'd ever been to Disneyland, and I got to go back to Huntington Beach, which is my favorite beach on this side of the country. And we happened to be there during the Vans US Open of Surfing, and it was incredible. It was such a cool thing to get to see. And Huntington Beach is just like the best. So it was really great to get to go back. And then in August, right at the beginning of August, I got promoted at work to my new position. I moved in with my friend Lily and then started my senior year. Pretty much the last half of the year generally has been kind of boring. Like, it's all been really big things, but very few things. So I started my senior year. In September, I got 2 new piercings, this one and this one. Can you get right there? I got 2 new piercings right at the beginning of my senior year, right at the beginning of September. I hosted my first recruitment week as vice president membership of my fraternity. And I went to the Harry Potter crawl, which if you don't have bar crawls wherever you're watching this, they're terrifying. There was a Harry Potter themed one, and so of course me and my friend Lily and one of my other friends all went together, and it was horrifying. Like, it was super fun, but the next day it really kicked me in the butt, but it was a great time. October, I saw 5 Seconds of Summer for the 7th time in 7 years. I started working with my first member in training class for SAI, because part of my job is like training all of them and teaching them about the fraternity and stuff, and that was really exciting. And then I took and very much failed the GRE, the graduate record exam, basically the SAT of grad school, and it was awful, and it kind of really started like a bad mental health run for me for the end of the year, which is kind of when I stopped posting. But it really made me like reevaluate, like, okay, what do I actually want to do with my life? What am I going to do for grad school? Am I going to go to grad school? What am I going to study? Do I want to do this? How do I pick myself up from this? So that all started right in the middle of October. And then in the middle of November, so about a full month later, I got a new car, which is super exciting. It's the first car I've ever like had under my own name. I'm making car payments now. I feel like a real adult. It's terrifying, but I love my car. I saw Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. We don't need to talk about it because it's a hot button topic. I love it. I've seen it twice, and it made me really happy, and I saw it with my mom the first time, and it was awesome. So we don't have to talk about it. Beyond that, I survived my second Black Friday in retail. I spent 2.5 hours with my mom because we went to dinner, and then she came and shopped in my store on Thanksgiving, and then I just worked like almost 40 hours in 4 days. It was insane, and it was a lot of overtime, but I survived, which, you know, now I survived to tell the stories. And then I changed my mind about grad school, so I kind of took a little over a month to kind of figure out, like, do I want to apply to grad school? What kind of programs do I want to apply to? What kind of programs am I prepared to apply to? And decided to apply to 2 Masters in Social Work programs. I'm applying to the one here at UNR, the university I go to, and I'm applying to the one at UNLV, which is just the other university in my state. And then in December, I initiated my first MIT class as VPM, my first member in training class, which was super fun. I applied for graduation at UNR. I met with all my advisors, found out that like I'm totally good. I'm definitely graduating on May 16th. I enrolled in my last 12 credits of my senior year of college. I finished my first semester of senior year 4 days ago, I turned 22, and on the same day, while I was at dinner with my mom, I found out I got into grad school at UNLV. So I might be moving to Las Vegas, but we'll see. And I'm finishing my application to UNR. It's due on January 15th. There is exactly 31 hours left, right? Is that right? Yeah, there's about 31 hours left at the time I'm filming this of 2018. And it's kind of crazy that it's over. This year was really long. We had an Olympics this year, and I feel like most people forget about that because this year has just been crazy, and so many things have happened. And even like looking back at all this stuff, I scrolled all the way to the beginning of January on my Facebook and then just went through chronologically. It's like, these are all the things that have happened. And there's even things on here that like weren't even on my Facebook or on my social media or anything, and I just remembered when they happened because they were just around other events. But it's been a crazy year, and I really hope that 2019 is better. I've done a lot of like growth emotionally and in my personal life in the last 7 months since the end of April, and I'm ready for it to be better. When I found out I got into grad school, I looked at my mom and I started crying, and I said, like, after everything that's happened this year, I got into freaking grad school and I did it. I made it happen, and I passed all my classes. I still have a pretty good GPA. I did it. I freaking did it, and I survived 2018, and we all survived 2018, and we're all here, and I'm going to start making videos again, even if I am going to film them, edit them, and post them all on the same day, which is what I'm doing right now, but that's okay. But I did it, and we all did it, and here's to 2019 being better and being a year of making up for all the crap that 2018 brought us. So thanks for watching my year in review. I appreciate it, and thanks for bearing with me. I know I've been gone for a while, but I'm back. I'm back. Hold me to it that I'm saying that I'm back, because I don't want to go however long it's been since I've posted a video again. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you all have a fantastic New Year. I'm working on New Year's Eve, but I think I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to celebrate somehow, but yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your holiday season, and I will see you guys later. Bye, strangers.